It's no secret that Kanye West likes things done in a certain way. But as his career evolves, so do all his rules. Even Little North West has had one of her wardrobe staples banned recently. Focus. Whether you're a fan of Kanye West or not, you have to admit he's a very focused individual.
What did I do over the past 30 years of my life?
There's no doubt that he puts a ton of effort into his career, and he expects the same from everyone he works with, even if some of his demands might give us pause.
I don't know.
Following the loss of his mother in 2007, Kanye admits he used some unhealthy coping mechanisms that ended up distracting him from making music. So when it came time to work on his album Jesus is King, he didn't want any distractions for himself or his producers. He asked them to drop their projects and exclusively devote themselves to this album.
Could you just work and focus on this?
That's not too unreasonable. Some people just aren't great multitaskers, but he also asked them to abstain from certain premarital activities until the album was finished.
You better turn that Meg Thee Stallion on right now.
And that wasn't all he asked people to stop doing in the process of creating Jesus is King. Quote, there were times when I was asking people to fast, and apparently that extends to the people who work for him. He asked them to incorporate prayer and fasting into their lives, at least until the album was released.
When people pray together and fast together, the power is increased.
Phones. Another thing we know about Kanye West is that he's not a fan of the paparazzi. For so long, he wouldn't even agree to let Keeping Up with the Kardashians film inside his house. We're pretty sure that if his marriage to Kim Kardashian can survive that, they can make it through anything. And his distaste for recording technology also extends to phones. According to Kim, they have rules about cell phone use in their house, which is common in a lot of families. But Kanye has taken this rule to the next level by applying it to his concert goers. Fans who wanted to see Jesus is King, a Kanye West experience, were forced to surrender their cell phones to the inside of a Yonder pouch. These bags can only be opened by tapping them against an access point located outside the venue, ensuring nobody was checking their Instagram during the show. Touring. There are tons of artists out there who find something that works and stick to it. But one reason people love Kanye is that he's always trying to push the envelope when it comes to his music. And his Jesus is King tour is no exception. In fact, the major rule for this show is that none of the usual rules apply. He's not just touting a new album, he's trying to redefine what a concert should be. Apparently, his new show will have a format similar to a Sunday service show from Coachella 2019. His last tour featured an amazing floating stage, but even that fantastical element isn't coming back. Despite ending his St. Pablo tour early, it seems like Kanye's rule is that his shows are moving forward instead of looking back on what's already been done. New music. Part of Kanye's rule about not looking back also applies to his music. Sources say that concert producers working on Jesus is King are extremely limited regarding what can go on the set list. They claim Kanye will only be performing his latest and greatest music and dropping the old stuff from his lineup entirely. The album Jesus is King is close to Kanye's heart. So close, apparently, that it made him turn his back on his older songs. We know Kanye is committed, but many fans are surprised they won't be hearing some of his classic tunes on the tour. After all, reviews for the album are pretty mixed. It only has a 48 out of 100 on the website Metacritic, which means it received mixed or average reviews. With that in mind, it wouldn't be surprising if concert creators wanted to push some of his more generally favorable content, but apparently that isn't what this star has in mind. It seems like he's shedding all aspects of his life that weren't created with his faith in mind. Sustainability. Music may be a huge part of Kanye's life, but it's not his only business venture. And no, we're not talking about Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's more of Kim's thing. We're talking about his Yeezy fashion line. And that's something Kanye has put a lot of thought and care into. In fact, he's always looking for ways to improve not just the brand, but the company as a whole. He's rewriting the rulebook about how Yeezy operates and believes he knows what to do to improve profits and the community. Everyone knows that Kanye and Kim purchased a new property in Wyoming, but Kanye is doing a lot more than just relaxing on the ranch. He claims that Yeezy is looking to create seed-to-sow products using materials like hydroponic cotton, wheat, and hemp. The climate in Wyoming is apparently perfect for these materials, and Kanye wants his products to be made as locally as possible.
It's really important to bring these jobs, back to back to America.
And just who is Kanye looking to hire? He expressed an interest in hiring former inmates, who he referred to as second chance people. These new rules could end up meaning good things for a lot of people and the environment. Forgiveness. Everyone knows that the members of the Kardashian-Jenner family love one another, but that doesn't mean that they don't have more than their fair share of drama. That's why Keeping Up with the Kardashians is still going strong. And for musical artists like Kanye, having feuds seem to come with the territory. And this star has fought with everyone from Taylor Swift to Jay-Z. But it seems like Kanye might actually be over holding grudges and taking part in drama, and he's trying to get his wife Kim to follow suit.
You want to be mad at somebody, you just want to be mad at anybody.
No, I don't. I just get really protective.
Like on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kanye wants to visit his Donda House nonprofit, which means having to speak to its co-founder, Rhymefest. Now, these two had a very public fight when Rhymefest accused Kanye of neglecting the charity and Chicago's youth. Kim is quick to explain why Rhymefest is wrong and threatens to write negative things about him on Snapchat. But as for Kanye, well, he's kind of over it. In fact, he tells her that vengeance has been canceled as far as he's concerned.
Enemy is a concept that's out.
Yeah, the guy who once forbade his family from even saying Drake's name after their famous feud has now decreed that forgiveness is the rule, not the exception. He even admitted to stopping by Drake's house and leaving his contact info so they could work out their differences. Medicine. Many celebs enjoy going on tour, performing on stage, and getting a chance to connect with fans, but it can be both physically and mentally exhausting, even for someone as enthusiastic as Kanye. And his tours come with an extra challenge since they tend to exacerbate his bipolar disorder. Even though he's received an official diagnosis, Kanye refuses to manage his condition with medication.
Because we never had therapists in the Black community, we never approached taking medication.
According to Kim, he feels like his meds change who he is and impact his ability to create new music. So in order to support her husband's health and his career, this means Kim is often called upon to step up and help him manage his episodes. It's a lot of pressure, but according to Kim, this is just part of their life. At this point, she says she's pretty good at predicting his episodes and managing them once they get started. But even though she tries her best, there's only so much she can do. Although she's willing to step up and help calm her husband, she admits she has her limits, something that many fans seem to have trouble understanding. Sometimes Kim says all she can do is share her opinions and then step back and let Kanye be Kanye. Makeup. Kim Kardashian is considered a style icon by many, but that wasn't always the case. Kanye helped this reality TV star totally overhaul her style when they met, and his interest in fashion also extended to his children. There was a time when he was very invested in which clothes his kids wore, but now he's come to regret trying to make them look a certain way.
I literally was up there trying to have my daughter outdress Rihanna.
When it comes to his oldest child's wardrobe, he recently declared no more crop tops. But it's his ban on makeup that made a lot more waves in his household. Naturally, North sees her mother and aunts wearing it and wants to take part in the fun. So on many occasions, Kim has let her play with lip gloss or even put on a splash of color for special occasions. Kim admits that this rule hasn't been easy to implement, and North isn't happy about it. Duress Code. We mentioned that Kanye had a huge influence on Kim's fashion when they first met, but now he's trying to change the rules at this point in the game, and it seems like Kim is not having it. Her over-the-top curves and wet hair look made huge waves at the Met Gala, but apparently Kanye was less than thrilled about his wife's outfit. On an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the couple quarreled about the appropriateness of this look.
So the night before the Met, you're gonna come in here and say that you're not into a corset bun.
Kim was angry that Kanye was criticizing her clothes, especially since he waited until the night before this high-profile event to do so. But now that aesthetic isn't in line with his values, and says he's negatively affected by seeing revealing photos of his wife.
Are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
While Kim respects the journey he's on, she admits she's not quite in the same place. Do you really think this rule will end up sticking? Or will Kim stay with her current style instead? Social media. We all know Kim loves using her phone, but agreed to put it away during dinners with Kanye and the kids. But now, it seems like Kanye is taking a way harder stance against his wife's social media use.
Social media makes me suffer.
In fact, he blames social media for the way Kim dresses. He claims sites like Instagram encourage women in particular to post content they otherwise wouldn't. Kanye claims other married men feel the same and believes people spend too much time online these days.
What I'm saying is, people are addicted to social media.
It seems like the rules in this family are changing, and social media time could be pushed back even further. What do you think about the rules Kanye West expects those around him to follow? Do you think he's asking for too much? Or is his attention to detail a key component to his success? Let us know what you think in the comment section, and then click on the subscribe button for more videos from us here at The Taco. Bye.